Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe, so you gon' see. Yeah. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dance and them wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the crap. These love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is by legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping it get peace with this past. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything I love. Try not to brag till you bring it up. Tunnel vision, block opinions, and I can give but think of us. Duck jab hooks in it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rockabye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crickets. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live with. Showtime, Mythic Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pull out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami?
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a second and 2. On second down, here's Pierce. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Throwing is Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Now that's a mound of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
End result with that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Goff now looks to throw. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Throwing on third, Goff. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's got Watkins on the out route. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Alex Anzalone gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards?
Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is gone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Damian Pierce with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Gone. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 6 from the 10. Here's Goff. The quick slant caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They go play action with Hurts. Flush to his right. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive over plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up half the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard short.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
On first down, gone.
He's able to find Melton, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On second down, Swift. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Trying for White, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Over the middle, he completes it to Hurd. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers...
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Quez Watkins, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll run here with Pierce. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Once more, it's Pierce.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something to develop slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. If you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. They'll run for it with Pierce.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Damian Pierce
making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man right side is Shark. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first.
Someone's been having a good game so far. You know something? Rob has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They go again with Pierce. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On play action, they'll throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Out of the gun. Gone. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
1st down and goal to go.
Here's Swift. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Swift again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Go!
Another carry for Pierce. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's caught, Smith. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers have to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. From the red zone now, Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Goff throwing again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 4th down, Goff. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Throwing is Hurts. That's complete to Pierce. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Philadelphia, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm, though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you there looking the best, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success. suck like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae. Got this broken to his place. It's chin in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up. Then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the dirt, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but I missed a lot. Whenever she calls, so what I gotta do, I'm moving with a 2, I paid it out the
tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a 2, I paid it out of full.
Toys, convoy, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free. That's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm the connect, my boy. Off the top.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a 2, I paid it out of full.
When I'm in my zone and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in a car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear it down, tear it down, tear since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna climb the time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping around and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you did was veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk dog, it's a room full of brines. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hail the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't try to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust him cause he not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yani had to buy, Yani had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
trust. Mink taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, pretty leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that them gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous. Man, you know what's up. You know what's up. You don't pretend. You don't lie. You don't be gang. You know what's up.
We going crazy, we at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off with a jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Sharek, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Lose you bench and I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, where the drums at?
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiler boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? Why would I?
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in their pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Q-Bone stallion with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system and turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system and turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up.